kids, this is Kalir,
And it's Tafari.
and that's
Zolf
Zolf.
ain't always had much to say.
He's kind of quiet sometimes.
Squirt is
I
not.
worry for him. Just
He goes,
don't care to
"Bow."
show it.
Whenever you talk to him.
Yes.
So what's on the ticket for today?
Today we're going to... I think it's actually 2 levels, because this is a special case.
Oh,
Taking
yeah?
the machete for one, and
Arrgh.
machete and musket.
Yay! So, half a good combo, at least.
I don't actually like these two together. I guess just that I don't really know how to make them work.
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically, according to some definitions, you're packing 2 melee weapons.
Yeah. And
Anything survives a musket shot ought to be quick work for that blade.
Although, I guess Rux makes a good point.
yeah. And let's see, we don't need this anymore. We're gonna try this.
I suppose if you're gonna live dangerously, live as dangerously as possible.
Alright. Gonna make the musket into the ranged. Well, actually, I'm gonna configure them both for range, kinda. This probably isn't as smart as I think it is.
We'll see. I guess we'll see what happens.
We are not going to the scrapyard.
We're not going to the scrapyard.
We need a better hammer before we're trying that.
Used to cut
That-
all
that-
the way to the wild. Think it was bad then.
That would just be 20 minutes of us being frustrated at the scrapyard.
Yeah, it's just I can't smash anything fast enough. I'm smashing as fast as I can, and yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, it's Langston River.
The Langston River.
this
flowed
is
free and
one of my
wild
favorite stages
till
in the game.
calamity drank it
Oh yeah,
all.
why is that?
It's just got a lot of
All that
character
water
to it
just
for
grew
what's
wings and flew off.
honestly kind of a filler stage. And we'll see why in a bit.
Right, so it looks like the idols that you're rolling with are Pith and Akobi.
Mostly because I don't have any others unlocked. Anyway, you can already see the difference on the cone of fire from the musket.
Oh, I didn't know that it actually. It's just. I thought that it shot out like just 3 ones in a row, not in a spread.
Windbags.
Yeah, the machete is actually, it's a bit of a spread to it, which is... It's alright, but it can work
And so
against you.
bent on finding the core
Again, you
of
can
the
tell how much I
Langston
use that
kid.
thing.
Yeah.
Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still
Oh yes, this one.
There are too many spikies.
weeping
I do like that. I do like that when you start moving, they all break off.
Yeah, it's a nice touch. So this is what most of the stage is going to be like. We're going to be on this boat, Weeping Nelly here, and just sailing straight through.
Yeah, Zolf, good God, Rux likes to throw out a lot of interesting stuff about what's going on because there's not really a whole lot of variety.
That's true. For the most part, we're going to be stuck on this boat. Other boats are going to show up, and then there's also going to be windbags trying to hit us in the face, and there's not a lot of room to dodge. But if you fall off, you'll just end up back on the boat eventually.
Man, those things really hurt.
Yes, they do.
They try to cut her off.
But yeah, no, now it's all coming back to me. Yeah, in this stage, it does. You're right. You're definitely right. It has a lot of character.
They try to slow her down.
I imagine writing this one was actually quite a bit of fun
Oh yeah.
They try to knock her out.
because it's just one, it's just non-stop narration.
Well, Weeping Nelly
It's a
tries
bird.
harder.
Shoot it. Throw
Have we seen
knives at it.
Have we seen peckers yet?
Though, she hits
They
his-
actually show up in this very stage.
Kids gotta help.
Eh, not-
getting tangled
not
up.
much of a snag.
Favors for favors.
Oh, it is a giant wall, but
Nah, ain't no big deal. Yeah,
just
this,
reminding myself I have ghosts I can shoot.
this loadout seems like it's actually doing all right.
At least she picked a good spot for
It's
a
alright,
boat.
it's just...
It's the core.
If I was gonna redo this stage, I'd make it so the musket was more suited to melee and just stick to throwing machetes.
Fair enough.
I'm totally keeping Ghostblade though, because Ghostblade is awesome.
But that's not the right way to go. What are you doing?
I meant to do that, shut up!
Just going for a swim.
Yeah, I mean that river looks real nice with all the blue gas clouds and stuff.
Eh. I mean, blue means healthy, right?
Yes, blue is healthy.
I mean, it's the color of the health tonics.
It's the
And the
color of
cores.
the defense clothes in Link's Awakening.
Yeah!
There we go.
Then the
It's all making sense coming together.
Like 100 flapping
Oh no, birds!
Ah,
Throw
birds!
ghosts at them.
peckers.
Peckers are possibly one of the more annoying enemy types in the game, especially if you don't like to roll with the fast shooting range weapon.
Right, they appear fast, they run in fast, and they don't do a lot of damage, but
But they will harry you and harass you like no one's
Watching
business.
his every move.
well, let me correct myself. These ones don't do much damage.
I was about to say.
There is one that does a lot of damage.
Oh, and that guy, and he will just. He's as relentless as the smaller ones, and does about 4 or 5 times as much damage per
It's
hit.
like one of the green gas fellas.
Yeah, he's gnarly. I think the best way to handle those guys is to use the shield reflect.
That's pretty much how I do. Oh, nice, we got fire turrets.
Yeah.
Turns out she's got a special surprise for when the waters get rough.
Those fire turrets can be destroyed, but you pretty much have to be asleep at the wheel to let that happen, so we'll just shoot along with
She's
them.
gonna need a little help with all that.
Now do you know if those and other things that are technically on your side
King of the roost now.
regenerate with that idol by chance?
Wish we
I don't believe they do. Although I do know if you summon things, then they get most of your benefits from tonics and the like. They'll do more damage, and
Really?
they'll crit when you would have a crit chance.
Interesting.
Yeah, which makes Squirt Lure, if you have Werewhiskey active, kind of hilarious.
That actually sounds really funny.
security skiffs keep on coming starboard side.
I wonder how that interacts with the super secret skill.
Don't seem to care what they shoot. Something.
I'm sure you know the one I'm talking about.
I think I do know. Get out of here. I'm busy. Stop your homing shots. I have Werewhiskey.
The homing shots are just a good way to get down into the critical range. It's fine. It's fine.
Right.
They aim to smash Weeping Nelly to splinters.
I don't think it's ever happened, but I wonder if you can actually lose the boat.
No, I don't think you
Too
can.
much for poor
But
Nelly.
At least before the scripted sequence, of course.
yes, because this is where our ride ends. See
Nope.
if I can. The ghost can't keep up with us.
Oh no!
She's just gotta make one last stop.
Come on, we've been Nelly, you
Incoming.
can do it.
With the last
Smash.
breath, Nelly gets
Hooray.
to solid ground.
We're gonna need those health tonics.
Solid ground.
See this guy? This is the mean guy.
They want that core real
This
bad.
guy is no fun. You can see how fast he attacks and how fast he just stays on you constantly.
Get out of here.
Shoes him off.
I got Werewhiskey and I ain't give a damn.
Know how many times kid nearly fell off the barge back there? It
How
takes
many?
hard.
Oh no, we don't get to find
A
out.
good couple of times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we fell off once back at the arsenal, and then I guess getting hit in the head with a meteor and falling down counts. That was just completely out of left field, and it was hilarious.
I wonder how high that particular thing stacks up.
I don't know. I think if you just fall off a whole bunch, you just eventually just go like far too high to count.
You should remember this next part.
And of course, if you don't fall off at all, he says not even once because you're awesome.
Indeed.
Anyway, this stage is a two-parter. It goes straight into a second stage after you clear the first one, so we're gonna do that.
Why go to Prosper Bluff?
Prosper Bluff's kind of a shithole.
Yeah, but it has plot in it, so we need to pay attention.
Yeah.
Used to take an enterprise.
More peckers!
Or a plain old fool to venture out that far.
Yeah,
Following the old traditional naming school of the exact opposite of what the place actually is.
We all knew that.
Yeah, I definitely should have built my musket for melee attacks in this build.
Some folks just yearn to see the things they're told they can't.
Alright, these are, I think they're called, what are they called?
They like stink blossoms or something?
Stinkweeds. No,
Stinkweeds.
Yes.
No, I think you're thinking of Snake
That's why
Eye.
we go to Prosper Bluff.
No, I'm thinking of something completely different. But in any case, you step on them and they emit that poisonous cloud. And if you're in the cloud, you can't see a damn thing. Also, you take damage.
Yeah, the game has a pretty gnarly vision distortion effect when you get hit by certain
The other kid
things.
hears something he ain't heard in a long while.
Oh.
How's it go again? Yeah, that's the one.
So that's a singer.
It is. It's seemingly it's someone else who survived, which is kind of a big deal.
The song
And
they're
this-
singing is, I don't know, it's a bit hard to make out, but
I have to assume that you will that it will be linked into the thread after this video goes up.
I think I'll do that, yeah, because it's a nice song.
It's a very pretty song, and it also, as you learn more about the game's plot, it starts to become quite meaningful in a really kind of sad way. And I'm actually almost ashamed to admit this, but it kind of took me longer than it should have to put the pieces of what this song is about together.
Oh no, get out of here.
But then again, I never claimed to be the smartest.
To be fair, you don't really think about the song as what it would be when you first hear it, because all you hear is singing, and you're like, I wonder where that's coming from.
Yeah, all you hear is just, ooh, a pretty voice, you know. And then the realization of, wait, holy shit, someone's actually singing out here. Like, what?
And yeah, as far as the actual stage, there's switches that take out bridges but open doors, and then there's sky bridges that launch you more or less in front of the doors. It's kind of a roundabout place, but since the only enemies are peckers, and the only peckers that are actually a threat are the big ones, it's not too big a deal.
Yeah, we'll actually encounter a stage that is, at least I think, somewhat similar to this, but even more frustrating later on, which is one of my least favorite stages to actually play, but one of the cooler ideas and set pieces.
I'm trying to figure out which one you mean, but I'm not having any luck. Oh well.
The one where you have,
That one.
we'll get to it.
Alright. Oh. Campfires are highly reflective, but only when they're not lit. Or was it the gate that they bounced off of? Because those machetes just like, hey, we'll fly off at crazy angles. We got a new type of pecker here. These ones will shoot feathers at you.
Oh, those are awful.
Thankfully, they're just as weak as the small ones, so if you just bounce a couple feathers back, they pretty much are guaranteed to go down.
Like this game actually has some surprisingly obnoxious enemy types.
On the other hand, you have the tools to deal with them, so...
Yeah, definitely.
Like, if I was using the repeater in this stage, I'd be a lot happier.
Yeah.
Mostly because I just like the repeater. It's not a flashy or a showy weapon, but it's effective, and I like it.
I mean, it could be the other fast-firing ranged weapon, which no one likes.
No... Well, DT-Sun likes it.
Yeah, but he's crazy.
Yes.
And this is an established fact.
I did actually try running with that weapon and
Well, no
I
point
think
explaining what happens now.
my usual melee weapon, but
Suffice it to
it
say,
didn't explode
it ain't
things
coming
horribly,
home
so I didn't
empty-handed.
really stick with it.
Yeah.
Got a thing.
Written in Ura script.
Of course, we can't read it.
And besides, it's like the song goes.
Someday your bird is gonna fly.
They'll be here before too long.
Ominous.
We got ourselves a friend. We now have up to 4
Yay.
people on the Bastion. Up to 4 players simultaneously.
Bastion co-op. Someone get on that.
We darn near celebrated when the kick our back, didn't we?
Hey.
Zolf thought he'd see a fellow Ura again.
Certainly looks happy enough.
Yeah, he's like, whoa! Not only is it someone else, but it's an Ura.
Calamity has that effect on people. But there was more to be done. There was one last core to find.
Let's go talk to our new friend Zia.
Yay!
Spices. Do you like spices?
I hope so.
Spices are
Unless
delicious.
they were born and raised in the city like Zia here.
Okay, so she's an Ura, but she's from Caelondia. As opposed to Zolf, who came here after a while.
And so the premise of the Who Knows Wheres was explained, correct?
Yeah, they're delving into the backstory of each of the characters in the game.
Yes. So we will find out more about her story as well.
Hers is actually the next one coming up. I mean, it's going to be a while before we actually get to it, but...
So many secrets in there, and she can't even read it. Her father's own journal.
That journal, it's mysterious. Let's go
Mysterious,
ask her.
yes. And this is where the different plot threads start to converge.
Secrets of the Calamity were tucked away in that book.
It's a book about the Calamity.
Right away.
If only Rux could read her.
I don't like to keep him waiting.
Hey,
Only
you can read
someone
it.
would.
The scientific journal.
We'll ask
that
Zolf to
Zolf's
translate
native
it.
tongue.
Fantastic.
He learned so much from it. Too much.
You can never
Zolf
know
gets
too
distant
much.
Sometimes, like all of us.
Well, we don't know what's in it right now. We'll leave it to him.
Kids
Yeah, okay,
surprised
well,
when I
it'll come back.
core left.
All right, so we finally get the Lost and Found put up in place.
Yeah, it only took,
Only took 6 cores.
alright.
Now we can start upgrading weapons
Lost
with some
Yes.
degree of efficiency.
Takes fragments of the
Hooray!
world and makes them whole again.
This is a place where you can buy secret skills, weapon upgrade materials, idols, spirits, all
it takes
kinds
is
of
some
stuff, really.
fragments, And the Bastion makes it good as new.
So you can see, none of them is really too expensive at first. Although later on will be like costing 1,000 per thing, which is a little pricey.
Yeah, it's a little pricey, but the game definitely throws enough fragments at you that you don't ever have to worry about picking one thing or the other.
Right, and also if there's stuff in the stage that you missed, like some things or mementos, then you can get those from here too.
Yes.
Because you can't go back to stages you've already cleared. Like,
At least when you're not
buy
playing
everything.
on time attack. Get that rhythm going.
Yeah, I still have plenty of fragments to spare.
Yeah. So we got to go upgrade stuff, or we gonna call it for today?
I think we're done for now. Next stage is going to be...
We track the final core beyond
Different.
the city to the wild.
Oh, is this what I think it is?
It's
Cross
it's
the
not
blood.
that different.
Follow
Aw.
the
It's only a little more
the city
different.
to the west.
Oh, nuts.
And to the east, the wild unknown.
Yeah, there's Prosper Bluff, and we'll deal with that all next time. So, yeah, we got ourselves a little bit of everything now.
Fantastic.
And I'll start actually putting some of that stuff to use next update.
All right,
And-
awesome.
See, I think we're just about done here. I'm Kalir, this is Tafar, this has been Let's Play Bastion.
Y'all take care.
Faceplant!
No.